Tesla CEO Elon Musk has revealed some details about the company's upcoming compact SUV called Model Y. The business magnate and inventor shared that the new car is going to be simpler to manufacture than the delayed Model 3. During the company's Q4 earnings call Wednesday, Musk grabbed the opportunity to talk about Tesla's plans for Model Y. He revealed that Tesla is planning to make capital investments on the new model sometime in the second half of this year. He said, "We are going to make some capital investments towards the end of this year related to Model Y. I don't want to jump the gun on those, but I think we've got a good plan." After admitting that he is pretty excited for the designing process of Model Y, Musk shared that they are taking what they learned from the production of Model 3 and use such lessons in the development of Model Y. He maintained that Model Y will be created with efficiency and rapid production in mind. He even gushed that the upcoming SUV will be easier to manufacture than Model 3, as per Teslarati. Musk said, "I'm pretty excited about how we're designing Model Y. It's really taking a lot of lessons learned from Model 3 and saying how do we design something to be easy to manufacture instead of how to manufacture or difficult really," he added. Musk was tight-lipped on the specifics of Tesla's plans for Model Y. However, he did say that more information about the all-electric SUV will likely be provided in the third or fourth quarter. This will include details on where Model Y would be manufactured. Musk said, "We want to wait probably 3 to 6 months before announcing any definitive plans on production location and the details associated with that." It should be noted that Musk already mentioned in the past that Model Y will commence production in 2020 and the compact EV will be targeted at the Chinese market and other countries at launch. The CEO said during Tesla's Q3 earnings call last year. He said, "It's sort of a rough target of start of production in about 3 years and it would be serving the China market and perhaps some other countries in the region and that's really the intent." According to CNBC, Tesla's Model Y is the company's first crossover vehicle and its first entry to a market segment that's growing rapidly in the US. Thus far, Tesla has 2 sedans and 1 sports utility vehicle, Model X. Tesla expects Model Y to do well in the American market because of how US consumers are shifting toward SUVs and trucks at the present time.
The new Chevrolet Bolt EV is just a second EV that truly functions like a real car. Tesla offers the Model S and the Model 3, which has a significant waiting time to get in one but carries a similar price tag as the Bolt. The Chevrolet Bolt is in production and for a non-premium price you can get one now. The Bolt virtually eliminates most EV drawbacks, including underwhelming performance, short range and an uninspiring drive experience. So, what's the difference maker? Well, starts with a 60 kWh lithium-ion battery pack located below the floor pan. It holds the juice that's sent to a small motor capable of producing up to 266 pounds-ft of torque and 200 horsepower of motoring power to turn the front wheels. According to Chevrolet, the Bolt's engineering team designed the electric motor with an offset gear and shaft configuration. The motor is tailored to meet efficiency and performance targets and packaged with a 7.051 final drive ratio. Chevrolet says the battery uses active thermal conditioning, similar to the Volt, to keep the battery operating at its optimum temperature, which results in better battery life performance. Inside the battery pack there's a new cell design and chemistry. The cells are arranged in a landscape format and each measure only 3.9 inches high and 13.1 inches wide to fit underfloor. The nickel-rich lithium-ion chemistry provides improved thermal operating performance over other chemistries, which requires a smaller active cooling system for better packaging. The next differentiator is how the Bolt drives. Acceleration is brisk, like 0 to 60 in 7 seconds, but eerily quiet. Aggressive driving is not this car's mission, especially on narrow, low rolling resistance tires. Braking is good, and good for replenishing battery life, especially in the L driving mode. Using L mode, one-pedal driving kicks in the regenerative braking system. Shifting from D to L means the car starts to slow down once you let off the gas pedal, and you can use this method to slow down to a stop approaching a light or a stop sign. This active slowing allows the regenerative system to capture the energy and help charge the batteries. This mode is great for in-town driving. You'll need the brake pedal on the highway. Unlike other EVs, Bolt looks like a standard design compact 5-door wagon. The designers added some styling with a fast roofline sweep and pushed the wheels to the 4 corners. With the Bolt EV, new technology doesn't mean weird styling. The interior has been designed to attain a roomy 94.4 cubic feet including storage. New for 2018 is an automatic heated steering wheel, part of the comfort and convenience package on LT trim and standard on Premier trim. There's plenty of space for 4 adults but not for 5. The dash was full of infotainment displays including a digital 8.0-inch instrument display behind the wheel and a 10.2-inch touchscreen in the middle of the dash. There are several things you should do to begin life with a Bolt EV. First, get a 240-volt Level 2 charging station, $700, installed, adds 25 miles per charging hour. Second, make sure you have overnight electrical access for standard 120-volt Level 1 charging, adds 4 miles per charging hour. Third, find access to a high-speed, Level 3, 90 miles in 30 minutes, stand-alone pay charger like a ChargePoint station. So, what about range anxiety? Does the Bolt ease concerns? Not exactly. Without a 240-volt charger, you can't replenish range quickly. Turn on the heat, or air, and you lose 10 miles of range on the gauge. There are Level 3 pay charging stations around Cheekygland, but you still have to wait at least 30 minutes to add 90 miles. If you live in the city, or have a second car, the Bolt EV would work very well with 238 miles of range on a full charge. At a base price of $36,600, you can start to pay off the car the day after your first full charge.
The Indian Auto Expo 2018 has been quite a spectacle, especially when it comes to electric mobility. From electric vehicle concepts to all-electric models that are close to making their debut on Indian roads, there is plenty of environment-friendly action going on at the expo. And one of the key showcases on this topic is the Honda Clarity. First seen at the 2015 Tokyo Motor Show and put into production in 2016, the Honda Clarity has just made its Indian debut at the expo. The new Honda Clarity fuel cell vehicle, FCV, has a range of 750 kilometers, with a fuel cell stack that is smaller than its previous version, the Honda FCX Clarity. Despite the cut in fuel cell stack size, the Clarity has just as much output as the FCX, at around 103 kilowatts. The hydrogen-oxygen fuel cell stack generates electricity and the new fuel cell voltage converter unit then converts this electricity to up to 500. The drive motor can deliver up to 130 kilowatts of power and 300 Newton-meters of torque. Underpinning the Honda Clarity is a high-strength bespoke chassis. The futuristic-looking FCV measures 4,915 mm in length, 1,480 mm in height and 1,875 mm in width. It has a 135 mm ground clearance and a wheelbase of 2,750 mm. Electricity from the fuel cell stack is stored in a lithium-ion battery pack, which provides the electricity to the drive motor. The fuel cell stack delivers more electricity directly to the motor when more power is needed. There are 2 hydrogen storage tanks with a total capacity of 141 liters. Most of the storage is in the main tank of 117 liters, located under the storage space. The secondary tank of 24 liters lies below the rear seats. The Clarity, for all its cutting-edge capabilities, is only available on lease. In Japan, it is priced at the equivalent of around 44 Indian rupees lakhs. But don't expect to lease out this car anytime on Indian streets. Honda has no plans to launch it in India.